Hello, everyone, and a heartfelt welcome. In today's video lecture, I will discuss the topic National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, 2009. Let us try to understand the key features and recommendations of National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, 2009. The National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, NCFTE, was developed by a committee appointed by the National Council for Teacher Education, NCT. The NCT is a statutory body in India responsible for overseeing and coordinating teacher education programs. The NCFT 2009 was a significant document that aimed to provide guidelines for the development of teacher education programs across the country. The committee that worked on the NCFT 2009 was chaired by Professor J.S. Rajput. The committee comprised a diverse group of educationists, scholars, and practitioners who were experts in the field of education. The primary objective of the NCFT 2009 was to address the evolving needs of teacher education in India and to bring about qualitative improvements in teacher training programs. It's important to note that the National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, 2009, provided a broad framework, and individual states and institutions were expected to adapt and implement it according to their specific contexts and needs. The NCFT 2009 played a crucial role in shaping teacher education policies and practices in India. Key features and recommendations of the National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, 2009, included 1. Integrated approach to teacher education. The NCFT strongly advocated an integrated approach that harmonized theoretical knowledge with practical experiences. It recognized the importance of striking a balance between content knowledge, pedagogical skills, and hands-on teaching experience. This holistic approach was intended to better prepare teachers for the complex and dynamic challenges of the classroom. 2. Focus on learner-centric education. Central to the recommendations was the shift towards learner-centric education. The framework underscored the need to understand and cater to the diverse needs of students. It urged educators to adopt a child-friendly approach, acknowledging the individuality of each learner. This recommendation aimed to create a more engaging and effective learning environment. 3. Continuous professional development. The NCFT emphasized the necessity of continuous professional development for teachers. It recognized that the field of education is dynamic, and teachers should engage in ongoing training and reflective practices to stay abreast of new methodologies, technologies, and pedagogical approaches. This recommendation sought to foster a culture of lifelong learning among educators. 4. Inclusion and diversity. A key focus of the framework was on fostering inclusive education. It recommended strategies to address the diverse needs of learners, including those with special needs. By promoting inclusive practices, the NCFT aimed to create classrooms that accommodate and celebrate diversity, ensuring equal educational opportunities for all. 5. Collaborative and interdisciplinary approach. The framework encouraged collaboration among various stakeholders in education, including teacher education institutions, schools, and communities. It also advocated for an interdisciplinary approach, emphasizing the integration of various subjects and disciplines. This recommendation aimed to create a more holistic and interconnected educational experience. 6. Integration of ICT in teacher education. Recognizing the transformative potential of information and communication technology, ICT, the NCFT recommended its integration into teacher education programs. This included training teachers to effectively use technology as a tool for teaching and learning. The goal was to equip educators with the skills needed to navigate the digital age and enhance the quality of education through technological integration. 7. Flexibility for adaptation. Provide flexibility for states and institutions to adapt the framework according to their specific contexts and needs. Recognizing the diversity in educational contexts across the country, Allowing flexibility ensures that the framework can be effectively implemented in various regions and institutions. 8. Research and innovation. Encourage research and innovation in teacher education. A culture of research and innovation ensures that teacher education programs stay current and can respond effectively to emerging challenges in education. 9. Critical pedagogy and reflective practices. The framework encouraged the incorporation of critical pedagogy in teacher education. Teachers were urged to adopt a reflective and critical stance towards their own practices, questioning assumptions, and continually refining their teaching methods. This recommendation aimed to foster a culture of self-awareness and continuous improvement among educators. 10. Assessment reforms. The NCFTE emphasized the need for reforms in assessment practices in teacher education. It recommended moving beyond traditional examination-centric assessments and embracing a more comprehensive and continuous assessment model. This approach was intended to provide a more accurate measure of a teacher's capabilities and encourage a focus on formative assessment for ongoing improvement. 11. Community engagement and partnerships. Recognizing the role of communities in the educational process, the framework recommended the establishment of stronger partnerships between teacher education institutions and local communities. This collaborative approach sought to bridge the gap between theory and practice by providing teachers with opportunities to engage with the communities they serve, thus making education more contextually relevant. 12. Global perspectives in education. Acknowledging the interconnectedness of the world, the NCFTE recommended integrating global perspectives into teacher education programs. This involved exposing teachers to international best practices, cross-cultural understanding, and global educational trends. The goal was to prepare educators to navigate a globalized world and incorporate diverse perspectives into their teaching. 13. Mentorship programs. The framework highlighted the importance of mentorship programs for new and aspiring teachers. Establishing mentorship relationships between experienced educators and those in the early stages of their careers could provide valuable support, guidance, and professional development opportunities. Mentorship programs were seen as crucial for the successful induction of new teachers into the profession. 14. Flexible curriculum framework. Recognizing the diverse needs of different regions and communities, the NCFTE recommended a flexible curriculum framework. This flexibility allowed for the adaptation of teacher education programs based on local contexts, languages, and cultural nuances. The aim was to make teacher education more responsive to the specific needs and challenges of different regions within the country. In conclusion, the National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, 2009, provided a forward-looking blueprint for the development of teachers in India. By addressing the multifaceted aspects of teacher education, from pedagogical skills to embracing diversity and technology, the recommendations aim to create a cadre of educators capable of meeting the evolving needs of the education system. Implementation of these recommendations was expected to bring about positive changes in teaching practices and contribute to the overall improvement of the education sector in India. Thank you, everyone. If you're passionate about education and teacher training, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel Education and Teacher Education at Shokeen Bilal.